Look at your goofy ass. You're 30 years old over here lying on the internet. Talking about a woman's prime is past 30, 40 years old. Women glow up at an old ass age. Why are you lying? Why are you a goofball at the age of 30 plus? You got these women lying to themselves on the internet talking about a woman's prime is in her 30s and 40s. How? When you got old ass eggs. You don't look as good as you did when you were younger. Why are you crying on the internet talking about why nobody wants me? I'm a single mom. I'm getting older now. How is a woman's prime past 30 when she can't get no damn man? Look at your goofy ass thinking you have value at an old ass age, and you don't. You don't. If that was the case, then why are all these older men who are successful still with hot younger women? Don't give me that excuse. Well, Jeff Bezos and there's another person who married an old woman. Yeah, okay. You are not in those circles with Jeff Bezos. You ain't never gonna meet a man who is a millionaire at your old ass age. And y'all want to bring up this Sierra and Russell whatever, Wilson or whatever. Yeah, Sierra is still attractive and she is in those circles to get a man like that. You average, below average women, y'all are not even in these circles. The most you can get is somebody who works at your job. That's the best that you can get. A woman does not gain any more value as she gets older. You got women lying to themselves, going on interviews, complaining. Why don't men want me? You've been on the dating market for so long. You left the good guy who was meant for you because you thought you can do better. Because that is the dating market we're in. Women always thinking that they can do better when they are below average. You got a gut. You are overweight. You are in debt. You don't got shit. You don't got shit to show for. Throughout your entire 20s, you've been fucking all these rich dudes and you still broke at the age of 30. Let all these rich niggas hit. And you don't got no money. You didn't put no money aside. You didn't get any real tangibles. You let all these rich niggas beat up that pussy. But at 30 plus, you ready to settle down with a good man. You want a man to see some value in you, right? Why would we do that? Why? You got men out here who are past 30, who have no kids, their income is good. They're working on themselves. They're working on their health. They're healthy. They're in shape. Why should a man who's got his shit together, who did it right all his life, take a chance on your old ass? Why? And women can't even answer that. Well, I'm a good woman. I cook and clean. I don't need you for that shit. I can cook and clean myself. I can hire somebody to clean my apartment. Why do I need your old ass in my life? Why? And most women can't even answer that. They come into you guys with debt, used up coochie, old age. They're not looking as good as they used to. If a woman has never went to the gym, if she was never active in exercise and gym life and all that, when she hits her 30s, she is not going to be in shape. She will gain weight. If she was never disciplined to go to the gym and work out, she ain't gonna be disciplined in her old ass age because she's tired. She's been putting her career first above everything. She's been focused on being a boss chick, a boss girl. She's tired. She don't got time to go to the gym. She's working so much because she is a boss girl. She's a boss chick. But when she realizes, when she gets laid off due to the mass layoff, she realizes that she put this dumbass career above everything, when at the end of the day, it was all for nothing, because these companies are not loyal to these women. They're not loyal to them. You over here busting your ass, pushing family relationships to the side while you focus on a career that brings you no value. You're stressed, burnt out, and then your ass got laid off. Now you got to do a pivot, switch into another career. You can keep lying to yourself, but we all know behind closed doors, you at your house crying, drinking your wine, wishing you had it, man. You're on Instagram looking at all these other couples, thinking about when's my time. You blew it. And to all the women out there who divorced their husbands thinking they could do better, y'all are dumbasses. Y'all are dumbasses. You divorcees, dumbasses. Stop complaining. You better go back to your goddamn husband. You had kids with this man. Clearly there was some attraction, or maybe it wasn't, because y'all dumbasses are only getting into relationships just for a lifestyle. Y'all don't love the man. Y'all only want the lifestyle. Most women bring no value to a man's life whatsoever. And you guys prove it every day on TikTok and on Instagram, complaining about your dry ass options. You don't got no dating options. You're just used for pump and dump. And you want a man to see some value in you. Why? You're used up. Shit, that coochie ain't tight no more. It's hard for you to get wet because you let all these niggas run up in you. All these Chad, Tyrones, Enrique, Ricky Tan, all these alpha dudes run and beat that pussy up. But at your old ass age, you have all these standards and you're so stuck in your ways. You're old as hell getting into a relationship telling a man, I don't do this in the bedroom. But you did it for Chad and Tyrone. Why can't you do it for this man? I don't suck. I don't like giving head. Well, you better start. You better start to like it. No man is going to settle with a boring ass woman in the bedroom. They're not. Unless you're some rich, dumb ass girl. He's just going to take advantage of you. He's only with you because you got money. That's the only. Listen, if you know you are a boring ass broad in bed, make sure your money's right. Because at least that's something you can bring to the relationship. You got used up coochie, you boring as fuck, you lazy. Just bring the money. I don't really need you for nothing else. Bring the fucking money. And I'll fuck somebody else on the side while I'm with your low self-esteem ass because you're old as hell. Well, a lot of women bring no value to a man's life. And this is their reality. That's why a lot of women are using TikTok as therapy. You over here complaining about a problem you created because you believed all that. You believed the hype that you were more valuable than you really are, but you're not that valuable as you get older. That's why guys treat you the way that they treat you. At your old ass age, if you want a man, just do what the hell he tells you to do and shut up. If not, stay your ass single and get you some cats and a dog, because that's your best bet. Let's watch this video.
Women's prime is 25. I disagree. I'm 35, and I assure you, I look so much better now than.
Look at this goofy ass woman talking about a woman's prime is at 35. She is a fucking lie. And I get it. She's a decent looking woman, but we don't know if she got Botox. We don't know if she had anything done to her face. How does she look without makeup on? How does she look without makeup? Does she have a natural beauty to her, or does she only look good when she puts the makeup on? This woman is lying to people, but keep in mind, this is what she's saying. She says at 35, that's what a woman's prime is, right?
I was when I was 25. Your 30s is when you glow up the hardest, because by then, you know who you are, you know what looks good on you, and you have the means to get it. You're not trying to squeeze into someone else's mold anymore. You've built your own. You understand your body. You've built your career. You can afford what actually flatters you. And most importantly,
Yeah, you can afford plastic surgery. Yeah, you definitely can afford that. But at 30, you know what you are. No, in your 30s, you're kind of stuck in your ways. You didn't learn from your past mistakes in the past. You're stuck in your ways. No one can't train your ass. No one can't tell you what to do because you're so stuck in your ways as a woman. At the age of 30 plus, these women are hard-headed as fuck. You can't tell them nothing. And then they get mad at their dumbass decisions in life and the consequences of those dumbass decisions.
Stop living for other people's approval. 25 might be prime on paper, but 30s is when women really grow up.
It feels so stupid to.
This is her goofy ass again. This is her goofy ass talking all that shit in the first video. This is her goofy ass. Single Mom Moving Diaries Part 1. This is her third move in 4 years since her divorce. Her goofy ass divorced her husband thinking that she was going to do better. She was going to find a better option. What man is going to take her old ass at 35 plus with kids when I can just get a young 20-something-year-old who ain't got no baggage? She was talking all that shit in the first video. Now look at her crying. Women are going to put up this front on TikTok and on social media like they are that bitch, but they're not. They're at home crying late at night because their life is shit. She thinks she is so valuable at her old ass age. This is her third move in 4 years. Why don't you own any property? You keep on going from renting. If you were such a boss chick, you had your shit together, why don't you buy a property? You've been preaching so long. I'm a boss bitch. I don't need no man. Women are so successful than men. Why the fuck? This is your third move in 4 years. Why? Again, This proves my point. Most women make dumbass decisions and they bring no value to a man's life. No one feels sorry for her crybaby ass on the internet. Her best bet is to go back to her damn husband. But she's too prideful.
Be crying over this, but because you know, so many people have such like much harder lives, but I don't know. I feel like I work so hard and I try to please everyone, make everyone else around me.
She just said in the first video, you don't live your life to please others, but your goofy ass was trying to please other people now, huh? Practice what you preach. Stop coming on the internet putting up this persona like you are that person, but you are not. You are crumbling inside. Nobody's taking any real interest in you because you know at your old ass age, you bring no value to a man's life. You have kids. What man who has his shit together is going to want to move it once an already made family? Nobody. Wipe those tears. Stop freaking crying. You're a grown ass adult. You knew what you were doing. Don't nobody feel sorry for you. Her best bet, she Asian, her best bet is to be a side chick to some old white dude. Do what the hell he tells her to do in the bedroom and shut up. That's her best bet. At her age, and she got kids, like I told you, again, your old ass, your best bet is to be a side chick to some rich nigga. Do what the hell he tells you to do.
So happy and who takes care of me, you know. Single family home, loving partner, and 2 kids. That's all I want. And
this woman is a fucking disaster, and don't nobody feel sorry for her. Because somebody else did a video too on her, and I wanted to give my take on her. I wanted to get my take on her goofy ass. Because on her TikTok, she's talking all that shit about being a boss chick and how women have so much value at their old ass age. Why the hell are you crying right now on TikTok on your TikTok? You contradict everything you said in those other videos. I'm a boss, bitch. Why don't nobody want me? And I bet you after her divorce, she let all these niggas run through her, all the Chads, all the white dudes. Because you know, Asian women, they love white dudes. Let all these Chads beat up that pussy, kick her ass to the side. Who gonna take her serious with all these with all these kids? Who? She still ain't been able to find a white dude to take her ass seriously. Who?
why is that so hard for me? Because I'm sitting alone in this messy house, alone.
Why isn't the house clean? Why can't your old ass clean your house? I bet you she was the type when she was married to her husband, she didn't do shit in the marriage. The house was a fucking mess and she didn't do nothing. And now her ass is divorced, thinking that she was going to be able to get a successful nigga like Jeff Bezos or some shit. Her best bet is to be a side chick to some rich nigga. Get your ass on Seeking Arrangements. Put it in your bio. I know that you ain't gonna take me seriously. I'll give you this pussy. Just at least give me some money, cause just give me something. You know, I'll do what you want me to do. She's gonna have to go above and beyond for a dude to take her ass seriously. Ain't no more. If you were lazy in the bedroom, ain't no more of that. If you were lazy in the bedroom, ain't no more of that. If you were lazy in the bedroom, ain't no more of that. You're gonna have to try.
I guess waiting for people to start showing up. It's very emotional. Yeah, I was supposed to start moving at 9 and it's almost 11. I'm moving today, hopefully, for the 3rd time in the past 4 years since the divorce, to another rental. It's very emotional for me. I thought by now I would be, you know, remarried and moving into a single family home. That would have been my forever.
You really thought your ass was gonna be remarried at your old ass age. Why didn't it work with your husband? And I get, I promise you, she didn't take no accountability in her divorce. It was all the husband's fault. But women do stupid shit like this. It ain't just her. It's majority of women in America. She probably married a successful dude that she was not into. She divorced him thinking that she was gonna be able to do better. As you can see, I thought I would be married by now and remarried and shit. But no, that's not how your life, that's not how it worked out for you.
For home, so that alone is already very, I don't know, it's very emotional for me. But my moving company, I was gonna use Roadway Moving, that one moving company that all the influencers use. I confirmed with them. Apparently I didn't. I hadn't heard back from them since Wednesday, so I thought it was all set. I messaged them Friday.
And when when you get with an old ass woman like this who has kids, that's a goddamn fucking disaster. She got all this baggage from her previous relationship. You gotta think about it. She's never healed from her divorce. I'm telling you, she did not heal from her divorce. When you have kids to deal with and you're on parent mode 24/7, you don't have enough time to really heal from the divorce. But she did have time to get some D after the divorce. She probably let Chad, Ricky Tan, Enrique beat that up, and she didn't use this time to heal, thinking that she was gonna be able to level up. She was probably cheating on her husband, or she probably had a backup dude. And when she got divorced, that dude just dipped out. What? Okay, so at your old ass age, all you doing is bringing kids, baggage, old ass eggs, old ass age into a relationship. Why would a man who got his shit together take a chance on her? When he has his life is so peaceful. He's single. He don't got no kids. He's not reckless with his seed. He's sexually disciplined. He's not motivated by sex. So when a man has a clear mind like that, why would he take a chance on her old ass? Why? He's not going to do that.
Afternoon, asking if it's confirmed. Don't hear back. This morning I called the customer service because they're not here. Apparently they sent me multiple messages asking me to confirm further. I don't know what else they needed me to confirm. The cleaner that helps me pack, she got stopped by the police on the way, so they're sending me somebody else. Luckily, I was able to sell some stuff from Marketplace. 3 people came by and grabbed their stuff. Facebook Marketplace is the only thing I think that's been positive today. PG&E, which I need to set up again. It has a phone number that's one number off, so I probably put in the incorrect phone number, so I need to call them and update that. I don't know how long the wait might be. With renter's insurance, I was just gonna add renter's insurance on top of my Progressive car insurance, which I've been pretty happy with. They're getting errors. She's supposed to call me back to resolve. I didn't want to move again. This is such a first world problem. Everything's falling apart, it feels like.
Yeah, because your goofy ass went through a divorce. You should have never divorced your husband. You need to go back to your goddamn husband. You were complaining about a problem you created. You thought you could do better. That's not how life is. She ain't the only one going through this. A lot of dumbass women are going through this. And I'm talking about below average, ugly ass women who had the nerve to divorce their husbands, thinking that they can get something better. She ain't the only one who made this dumbass decision. This is your 3rd time moving in 4 years.
One of my goals is to show more vulnerable side on social media because I think people think my life is perfect. I'm excited about the new.
Yeah, because you put up this front. Be truthful. Stop giving. She gives women so much bad advice on her TikTok and because she's been on podcasts and shit telling what women need to do. You're saying all this shit, but look at your life. You ain't got nobody. You raising these 2 kids by yourself. And you over here trying to find a man. What man wants to get with that? Nobody.
Home. I'm getting a lot of new furniture. I used an interior design service for the first time. So let's see how that goes. It'll pass. We're in early December. I think things are gonna get better. It's just really hard right now.
It ain't gonna listen. With 2 kids and the way that she talks and shit, if she shuts the hell up and does what the hell a man tells her to do, she may get lucky. But at her old ass age, she's stuck in her ways. Fellas, do not say these goofy ass women at her old ass age. She's complaining about a problem that she created. She is the issue. She gives so much women bad freaking advice on the internet, and look at her crying on the internet, talking about, I thought I'd be remarried. Why would you think that when you got 2 kids and you're a divorcee? You're not good at marriage. You should have made it work with your husband. Divorcees, you are not good at marriage. You're not. Especially these dumbass women. You over here divorcing a good man, a person who's providing, who's doing what he has to do to make it work, but your ass is thinking that you can do better. That's not how life works. You are not good at marriage. Don't try. She got kids. Her best bet is just to raise these kids and make sure these kids grow up to be good folks, period. Dating is over. How do you even have time when you got 2 kids to raise and you're this boss chick? You don't got time to date. You don't have time to date. You don't need to date. These women it's crazy. These women are really, you got 40 plus women with kids thinking that they have the time to date. They can't compete with these young women who have no baggage. So fellas, do not save these old post-wall women, okay? Continue to do what you're doing. Hold the line. All right, I'll holla at y'all. Peace.